Good day, and welcome to part 17 of my playthrough of Greedfall. This is Karst, and I'm about to travel to San Mateus to complete the Spy from Teleme questline. But on the way there, I'm noticing that two of my companions seem to have exclamation marks over their heads. So I do kind of want to find out if there are new quests to do. Kurt, let's start with you.
Greenblood, my friend. Glad to see you. I'd like to talk to you about something.
I'm listening.
Remember that note we found in Rolf's office?
Of course. The one that said the recruits had been sent to different governors.
Yes. It was signed with a name I'm familiar with. Herman. Somebody I'd hoped never to cross paths with again. He was the one who founded the camp we closed. And believe me, he has done an incredible amount of damage to the Guard. I'm gonna find him and make him pay for what he's done. I know that he's in San Mateus.
Well, that's quite fortunate because that's where we're headed now.
This quest for revenge isn't only about what happened to Reyna and the others, is it? Very well. You can count on me. What do you plan to do?
Major Herman is posted in San Mateus. He's part of the Red Sun Regiment now. He's loyal to Torsten, but kept his head down when the coup was dismantled.
Isn't denouncing him enough? He'll be put to death for high treason.
The Guard's reputation has suffered enough from Torsten's scheming, and he has connections in high places. I'm sure he has many supporters.
What are you getting at? Are you going to kill him yourself? If he's well connected, the Mother Cardinal will surely hear about it, and I doubt she'd be pleased.
I know. That's the whole problem. We need to get rid of him without anyone finding out.
Remember that we are talking about San Mateus. We should get rid of your major in broad daylight.
What kind of twisted scheme have you come up with now, old fox?
We need to ensure that he falls into the hands of the Ordo Luminous.
Oh,
they
God.
love burning people at the stake. And they don't care too much about who ends up in the flames.
The Inquisitor isn't very fond of us. I doubt we'd be able to convince him.
Haven't I taught you anything, my child? Every man has his weaknesses, including Aloysius. I could help you convince him if you'd like.
I hate those burnings. But Herman, he may be the only one who really deserves it. We'll need to find him, though. And he's been keeping a low profile since the coup failed.
And we've already seen to what extent the law of silence has on the Guard.
We need help. Our new commander might be able to tell us who to turn to. She knows everybody.
All right then, agreed. Let's start by going to see her.
I'm kind of thinking. Let's see. Well, I guess I'll get... Well, I was surprised that Petrus chimed in there, because... Well, I'll get rid of Siora and just keep Petrus. But it looks like we actually have to go back to New Serene first to do that. But I'm currently on the way, traveling to San Mateus, so I'll have to double back afterwards, I think. Okay. What about you, Afra?
Desade, I'd like to discuss something with you.
I'm listening.
My colleagues are only interested in the physiology of the islanders and consider everything else to be superstitions. However, if we want to understand how they are transforming, we need to take a look at their culture. The potions they drink, the dyes they use are surely the source of their physical changes.
Why not talk about it with Siora? It seems to me that she would be the best one to help you.
Correct.
Siora is very suspicious of me. She will never betray the secrets of the Doneigada. But I was told about a place of ritual called Kurganau, decorated with carvings and offerings. By studying them, I hope to better understand what is possibly the greatest mystery of this century. But you are already very busy. We'll talk about it another time.
That we
Anything
will.
Else?
Whether she often holds people like... Oh, I haven't talked to her fully yet. Yeah, whether she often holds people at gunpoint.
Do you often hold strangers at gunpoint?
Only when I'm being tracked. What about you? Do you often track young ladies?
That's a loaded question. I mean, this is the obvious flirt. but it could also be taken as a joke. I think I'll play it nice.
Only when they're attractive. Your charm guided us to you.
Really? That's unexpected. Sorry to disappoint you, my dear, but you're not my type.
That's fine.
Anything else?
Ask her about her hometown.
Where do you come from, Afra?
From Alima near Al-Sad. It is but a small town, but there is a particularly renowned observatory there. My parents wanted me to become an astronomer, but I chose the Earth over the sky. I was always more intrigued by life rather than distant stars. Plants and animals fascinated me as a child. For this reason, I left Alima quite early to study in the capital, and I seldom returned.
What about your arrival on the island?
When did you arrive on the island?
A little more than 2 years ago. My master, Dr. Vasily, suggested that I should follow him to Tifredi.
He's got a house
He needed help
in
cataloguing
San
all the
Mateus.
unknown plants and animals. How could I decline such an offer?
I'm sure
There's
your
so much to
personal
discover
quest will take
here.
us there at some
Do you
point.
miss the continent? Your city? Your family, perhaps?
No. When I arrived on this island, I immediately knew that it was where I was supposed to be.
All right, thank you for the insight.
I must leave you.
All right, moving on.
There are naught who gave us information when they had problems with the Inquisition. Do you remember him?
Yes, I remember Fernando. Let's go and see him.
Let's actually go and see him after we go back to New Serene to talk to Sieglinde. Let's go back and get 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm back in the Coin Guard base. I can't help but notice that while Sieglinde is, I believe, upstairs probably in her new room, it looks like this fellow actually has a quest for me.
Ah, Your Excellency, I'm glad to see you. It seems there has been an unexpected development. The manager of the tavern came to find me. He complained of supply problems on the island, and a customs sergeant who is seizing his shipments from the continent. Clearly, neither we nor the palace gave any such orders.
You suspect that these seizures are being used to supply the contraband?
It's the only logical answer.
And you wonder if Egon is involved?
Oh, we're finally finishing this
Very well.
storyline.
I will find out. No,
Yes.
thank you.
Because if we remember correctly, near the beginning of the game, we brought some shipments over, and it turned out there was weapons contraband in it. Why are you still captain? Do you have anything to say about the coup?
Captain.
Excellency, what brings you here?
I don't think
I'll
so.
leave you to your work.
Where is Sieglinde then? I thought she was up here. Shadows of the Guard, settling scores. Okay, so she's in the dorm area now. Here we go.
Hello, Commander.
Lady Desade. And Kurt, I believe I should be thanking you for my nomination.
It is your upright and honorable nature that won you this post, not I. Perhaps sometime in the future you'll curse me for having suggested your name.
I hope not. How can I be of service to you?
I mean, let's ask questions about Kurt
You seem to know Kurt
while
well.
he's standing next to us.
If you're expecting her to tell you some nasty little secrets, it might be best if I head away.
Don't say such silly things, Kurt. You know I only have good things to say about you. We have known each other a long time, and we have fought together. I think we have been brought closer by the ideals of the Guard. A mercenary guild, certainly, but for whom honor and loyalty are not empty words. Some would tell you that we're past it, that our vision is too naive and idealistic. Perhaps that's true, but I do not mind fighting and risking my life for what I believe is right. Kurt, too. Anything else?
I agree with you. Let's talk about Major Herman.
We're here to talk to you about a document we found in the training camp.
A letter, signed by Major Herman. He's behind all of this, Sieglinde.
Herman. Kurt, this is personal now. When will this story be finished? I could court-martial him, but you know how much certain people support him.
I know. He'd probably get away with it. Everyone loves the heroic Major. No, we thought of another way.
Alright. Burning him at the
Ordo
stake.
Luminis.
That'll be so much better.
You want to have them burned as heretics?
If he'd been caught as Torsten's accomplice, he would have been drawn and quartered. Do you think that's any less painful?
I don't know if you came to look for my help or my blessing. You have both. But promise me that you'll stop seeking vengeance after this.
You have my word. We just need your help to find Herman. He's been hiding since the failed coup.
And you need help in the San Mateus barracks. Talk to the corporal in charge of the prisons. I know him well. He's loyal. He's from the old school. If he can help you, he will.
It seems to me that the Ordo Luminis keeps its prisoners in the prisons of the Guard.
In fact,
Correct.
if you want to avoid drawing too much attention to yourself, you could bring Herman there directly. I'll write you a letter for the corporal. Here you go.
Thank you for doing this for me, Sieglinde.
You're welcome. And don't forget your promise, Kurt.
Oh, well, I guess we're just going right there. Well, I was planning to go back to San Mateus. So this is going to be quite helpful. But yeah, I was going to comment last time about how we're still needing or using the Ordo Luminis to assist us, even though much earlier at this point we got them dissolved completely with the Cardinal. So there's a little bit of segregation here between the story, maybe the story order I played it in, but with what's actually available. Maybe it would have been too much work to have to find an alternate route now that the Ordo Luminis have been shut down, supposedly. But it's fine. I'm here now. There's actually quite a bit to do, apparently. Now, this is part of the same area, and this is part of the same area. But since I'm here, I may as well talk to Aloysius, get the help of Caecilius, investigate the port, and talk to the corporal. But it's always good to have, you know, multiple objectives. The same city. It's a bit foggier today, I'm seeing. That's fine. Hello there.
What do you want now?
Discuss Major Herman.
We've come to discuss something that concerns you.
Really? I'm listening.
We would like to draw your attention to a man who has confessed to terrible crimes.
Has he professed heresy? Venerated one of the demonic creatures worshipped by the savages?
Not exactly. He's responsible for many deaths, and was one of Torsten's supporters.
Who, as you know, was planning to overthrow your governor and take her place.
These truly are crimes. But they have nothing to do with the Ordo Luminis. You should denounce this man to our governor. I'm sure she'll be happy to have him drawn and quartered.
Unfortunately, this man has friends in high places. I doubt that we'll be able to convince the Mother Cardinal.
Politics. The curse of our society. I approve of your quest for justice, and I will help you as much as I can. I can't have your man publicly arrested without raising too many questions. But if you arrange for him to come to one of our jails discreetly, I'll make sure.
Hey, they actually spelled discreetly right this time.
The felon will receive the punishment he deserves on behalf of the glorious enlightened.
May he always keep you in his divine blessing, Aloysius. You will soon find this man in your jail.
Anything else?
Nope.
Nothing. It's all right.
Remember that the enlightened
It's interesting
is
that
always watching.
he knows we're basically using him for our own ends in this case, and he's open to it. It's also interesting that we're working together at all, to be honest. I was expecting to have to fight and kill him when we first met. That said, he's still a zealot, but, you know.
All of our products
It hasn't shaken down in the way that I expected. Well, I'm already here, so I may as well investigate. I see this as well. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, he's still in there. There's a guy in here I could talk to last time. Don't expect me to remember his name, though. Hello, guy I wanted to talk to. Fernando.
Good day, Desade. How can I help you?
Let's ask about
We're
Alba.
looking for a young Naut named Alba, on behalf of the Admiral.
I've heard about her. Several crew members told me that one of our own was looking to leave the island. You should ask them if you want to learn more. They should be near the boarding area. But me? I've not seen her. More questions?
No.
Thanks. I've got everything I need.
Okay, port area. Alba, are you around here? You're a lookout.
Your Excellency, what fair wind brings you here?
Ask her if she saw her.
We're looking for a young Naut who arrived from New Serene a short time ago. Her name is Alba.
Yes, I remember her well. The poor child wanted to flee her father, who wanted to take her back to the convent. She asked me when our ship was leaving, and if I thought we could take her on board. I told her she better talk to the captain, but we weren't leaving right away in any case. So she left.
Okay, but... Okay, what about Alba's father
You
then?
say she was fleeing her father?
Yes, that's what she said. He followed her here to take her back to Thélème. Poor child.
Did she tell you what his name was?
Yes. She told me that if a certain gentleman... Lorenz? That's it, Lorenz. If he was asking after her, I should send him packing.
Surely it was a fake excuse. We're looking for her for espionage and treason.
Really? Yet she seems sincere. Treason? I can't believe it.
I don't believe it, really. Where do we find her father?
If her father is actually here, do you have any idea where we might find him?
Well, at one point I asked her why she was not waiting at the tavern for a ship to leave. She told me she could not go to the tavern, so maybe that's where you'll find him.
Sounds like a plan, thank you. What's this? Does that have to be at night then? Is that a time?
I must leave you.
Let's see. Okay, so I've got multiple reasons to go to the tavern. Well, that's convenient. I think that symbol does mean that I have to wait for a specific time, though. I'm actually going to go, I think, go back to my house, wait until the designated time, and then go and talk to Alba's father. So I will get the help of Salicius before doing that. Basilius, where are you? Oh, are you the guy? You are.
Excuse me. Are you Cecilius, the famous healer?
I am a healer only through the grace of the illuminated. What can I do for you, my child?
My cousin, the governor of New Serene, is in terrible pain.
Well, that's terribly sad. Was he wounded in combat? Was it during the Coin Guards' rebellion?
Alas, no. He is afflicted with the Malachor, and his days are numbered. We are looking for a cure, but...
Now that's a true miracle that you require. And I fear that they're extremely rare in these pagan lands.
Cecilius, my friend. If there's anyone on this island capable of helping the governor, it is you. Have you not been blessed by the illuminated? Is it not your obligation to aid our allies? Without them, who knows what would have happened to our holy city during the plot?
Petrus, you always knew how to weave words to get what you want. Very good. I'll go to New Serene and try to ease the governor's pain, but do not feed on vain hopes. There are trials that we must accept to undertake with humility.
1,000 thanks, Cecilius.
May the illuminated go with you, my child. There is no miracle that he cannot accomplish. I will pray that you find this cure that we need so desperately.
I have not lost hope.
Cecilius is an extraordinary healer. I'm certain he'll be able to at least alleviate Constantine's pain.
If I were in your position, I wouldn't put too much trust in magic, Greenblood. It's often disappointing.
All I'm hoping for is that he'll manage to give my cousin some time. And some respite while we look for an antidote.
Come closer.
More people are jumping on tables. Master Lorenz, I was looking for you.
Hello. Are you Master Lorenz?
Lorenz.
Indeed, my lady. What do you want from me?
My name is de Sardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. And I have a few questions for you.
Ask him to talk about his daughter.
We're looking for a young Naut called Alba. We were told that you are her father.
Alba. What a stupid name. Her real name is Clara. And yes, she is my daughter, although she chose to deny me.
Have you seen her?
Have you seen her recently?
Alas, no. Otherwise, I would have brought that little idiot back to Theleme. Why did she have to leave? What madness could make her leave the convent to go to sea?
Do you think she's guilty about stealing
Your
Naut
daughter
secrets?
is accused of espionage and treason by the Nauts. Do you think she could be guilty?
Espionage? I can't believe it. But treason? How can it be denied? She rejected her country, her faith, and her family by getting on that ship. But I will soon bring her back on the right path. I hired a sleuth from the Ordo Luminis.
Okay, what about the sleuth then?
Some Inquisitors are specialists in hunting criminals, or heretics, or young scatterbrains. That's certainly the case with this Johannes. He will bring her back to me, and she will return to the convent in Theleme.
Do you know where we could find him? Maybe he could help us.
His last message was about a missionary camp where he had followed her near something or other. I'm sorry, I can't remember those island names.
Thank you, sir.
If you find her, bring her back to me. She will no longer have the chance to betray anyone at the convent. I hope we're done.
We're done here.
I'll leave you, sir.
I will not.
Missionary camp near an island village whose name begins with Wens. He must be talking about Wenshaveye.
Wenshaveye? Is that how you say it? I was going to say, sorry, Master Lorenz, I don't actually intend to bring your daughter back to you. If she wants to leave the church, or leave the convent, that's her choice.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice. You won't be disappointed.
It's a lot of dialogue for someone I can't actually talk to anymore. Pretty sure the prison is this way. Yes, here we are. Quick save not authorized. Hello, Corporal in charge of prisons.
Yes? What can I do for you?
I'll give you Sieglin's letter.
Sir, Commander Sieglinder wrote this letter to you.
I wasn't expecting that. Even though I never really liked the Major, the Commander is asking me to do all I can to assist you in your mission. So, what can I do for you?
We are looking for the Major. We know that he was posted here.
Yes, and officially he still is. But I haven't seen him for some time. Following the coup, he was probably expecting us to go after him. The only people he may have told about his hiding place are his lieutenants. Those two are his henchmen.
I see. Well, we'll just have to go and interrogate them.
If we bring him to you, can you make sure he ends up in an Ordo Luminis jail?
Do you want to condemn him to the stake? That's a bit extreme.
I agree, but
listen,
it is what it is.
I can lock him up, but you'll have to find a way to keep my men from seeing him.
Why's that?
All the guards in the city know the Major. If they see him brought here, they'll want to know why. and they will surely take it out on the Inquisition, which could end badly.
You're not wrong, Corporal. What do you suggest?
If you bring me some sleeping potions, I could put the whole lot of them to sleep. When they wake up, they'll be ashamed of having slept through their watch. But that's better than spilling blood. Exactly. Come see me when you have enough. Anything else?
I think I can just buy them from the... Oh, do I have any?
So you need sleeping potions. Is that right?
Exactly. Anything else?
Okay.
We should go.
Goodbye.
I'll just go and buy some because I am not going to bother crafting it. Oh.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my help, and death to the others!
Bomb time! And this guy just doesn't care. Oh, he's actually running. I will say, the bomb has been proving to be quite effective. I'm glad I actually invested the points into it. There's one more upgrade I can get for it, which I'm looking forward to. My next level up or skill alter. The unfortunate thing is my, well, I guess I had to build it on the way, but the whole idea of coding my weapon is not working right now because I think my weapon is recoded. And I don't have... or rather, I haven't found anything that's better so far. Okay, I'm just running around in circles. Alright. I'm just going to go and buy those potions and then go back downstairs to talk to the prison guard. It turns out the merchant didn't actually have any sleeping potions in his inventory, so I just went ahead and crafted them.
Yes? What can I do for you?
Did you forget in the 5 minutes I was gone?
So you need sleeping potions. Is that right?
Yes, to put my men to sleep. That would seem the best way of doing it.
Perfect. And then?
When you have your man, let me know and I'll do the rest. Anything else?
Nope.
We should go.
Goodbye.
Now that everything is ready, we should go find these lieutenants.
Not this way. They're upstairs, probably in the dorms. Now, how do I quickly... This way. This way and then up the stairs. Telling me they're on this floor. There's one of them. Hello there.
You're far from your regiment, Captain. What do you want?
Ask about where Major Herman is hiding.
We're looking for Major Herman.
He's shouting at him
I was
really
told
aggressively.
you'd know where to find him.
The Major? He must be on a mission somewhere.
Don't play dumb with me, Lieutenant. I'd be sorry to see you arrested as an accomplice.
Listen, Captain. We really don't know what you're talking about. As for your threats, you're not our superior. You're not part of our regiment.
Yet we're here with your new commander's blessing. The Major is accused of treason. You'd better tell us where to find him.
Lies. The Major is a righteous man. We'd give our lives for him.
Really? Let's see you do it.
Guards, help me!
Really?
May the Enlightened protect me in this
All right.
battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Bomb time! This is why I invested in it.
Move away. Things are about to get done. See.
Anyone else?
So, are you finally ready to tell us where we can find Herman?
We'll never tell you anything.
Stop! You might be ready to die for him, but I'm not. He's in a warehouse on the port.
The traitor is probably getting ready to leave the island. What do you want to do with these two, Kurt?
Lieutenants, you're under arrest for now. Go to the commander. She'll decide what to do with you.
At your orders, Captain.
Let's find the Major before he escapes.
I like that we never supply any guards to watch over them. They could always just run away as well. But oh well. I guess these guys are actually all dead then. That's unfortunate. They were just doing their jobs. That a helmet? Oh no, that's basically what I'm already wearing. It is exactly what I'm already wearing. Okay, so to the docks. Arrest Major Herman. Certainly. He's not far away. Oh, is he just in here? Sounds like combat music, so I assume there is some thugs around. Oh.
Here he is!
What the... Kurt? It's been so long. How did you find me?
Does that really matter, Major? You're finally gonna pay for all your evil, your treachery, and your schemes.
Come with us, Major Herman.
If you think I'm gonna give up without a fight, you're wrong. Soldiers! Seize them!
Killing a lot of guards today.
Protect me in this battle.
To my health! And death
Bomb.
to the others!
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
That's really my newest... Oh, blocked it. Ouch.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! We'll make you dance!
Is that it? Land dwellers. Someone attacking me through the wall? Hello? Yeah, someone's definitely attacking me through the wall. Or maybe upstairs? Oh, never mind.
What? You shouldn't be surprised. After all, I owe my talents to you.
Let's lock him up. The Inquisitor will do the rest.
Okay. Is someone still attacking me? Major Herman's journal. Everything is ready for the commander's operation. The recruits we were sent from the ghost camp are perfect. Rolf did well. Someone warned the Mother Cardinal of the commander's plans. Many of our men were arrested and executed. I chose to leave the barracks. Those who support me would certainly prevent me from being sentenced to death, but the bigot's wrath is such that I would rather not take any chances. How far we've fallen! We dreamt of greatness, of cities belonging to us at last, and now I am hiding in an old warehouse that smells of fish. Well... Yeah, okay, so the thugs. But I can't actually leave the building while we're in combat. So I might have to jump out a window or something. Sorry about that. Ringtone. Okay, so there's no actual way for me to leave because I get into combat as close as I get. As soon as I get close to the door. Let me out! Okay. What?
Kurt. Are you alright?
And now it's daytime.
Yes. Better than ever. You cannot even imagine how much I hated that piece of filth.
What did he do to you?
As you may have guessed, I suffered the same treatment as Raina. The only difference is that I survived, and there's even more. Believe me, I'm glad that these memories went up in flames along with that bastard. Thank you, Green.
Oh, are we just saying that it's
Thank you
happened?
for helping
Did we
me
get a
as I
time
go
skip?
through all this. I'll never forget it.
Well, you're welcome. Oh, I'm just outside my house now. I wanted to loot. There was a chest and everything. And I leveled up, which is good. I will... Bomb also poisons. Yeah, that's actually really good. Okay, so I'm just gonna run back and loot those bodies. I'm not leaving that behind. And I think there's at least one more quest for me to do around here. Doesn't look like it, actually. Okay. So, be right back. I'm going to go to Wenshaveye. Let's say that. Or actually, no. I'm going to actually go and find the Order Luminous Sleuth because I want to get to the bottom of it. No, that's not it. Yes, I want to get to the bottom of the not secret questline. I've gotten back into the warehouse. Turns out that Major Herman had some nice armor hidden away. So these are actually all considered upgrades. I just can't wear any of it. And all the bodies have despawned. So unfortunately, the incidental loot is no longer accessible, but I managed to recover the armor. I'm glad I came back here and actually got something for it. I will say, when they were talking about the whole Red Suns thing about finding this commander, I thought it was going to be its own little faction thing, like a big deal. Some more intrigue, maybe a new actual regiment to deal with. But no, we just dealt with it and he's been burned off screen. Which is fine, I won't complain. I've actually put some of the armor on Petrus. He was able to equip all of it, but a couple of the items he already has is better than what I picked up. So, for the time being, I'm just going to leave the items in the chest. I also need to talk to Kurt to resolve the rest of his quest. But let's put away that armor. So I can't wear this, so I can put it away. I'll put that away. This is what I was talking about. Put that away for now. Can't wear it. Okay. So, Kurt, let's resolve your storyline, presumably. Three quests seems about right? I think that was how many it was for Vasco.
Do you need something?
So what are your plans for the future?
Now that you've taken care of Major Herman, have you begun to think about the future?
Yes. For the first time, I feel free to do so.
About time, wish him well. I think I've been trying to romance him, I guess. And this seems, I mean, all of these kind of implies that we're sending him away anyway. So I'll just say I hope to be part of it.
I hope I will be a part of it.
I must admit that I still find it difficult to believe that someone as gracious as you...
It is still weird, though, because he still trained us as a child. So it's a bit weird.
But nothing would make me happier. Anything else?
No, that's fine. And now you are out of my party. Goodbye. And I'll pick up... I don't know how useful Afra actually is because I've never used her. But I have to resolve her storyline too. I think I'm done Vasco's storyline. Done Kurt's. I think I'm done Petrus's as well. But it seems like three companion quests, or 3 loyalty missions per companion. Which seems accurate. Alright, Afra. Bye, Kurt. Let's talk. Oh, no. Let's talk.
Desade, I would like to go to Kurganau, the place of ritual, to study the carvings and offerings there. But they call it a dangerous place and I cannot go alone. Will you accompany me?
Let's go.
Very well.
Oh.
Understanding these transformations will surely be useful.
Thank you, Desade. I knew I could count on you. Let's go.
I think we were just inside the tent for a moment there. Okay. Is there anything I can purchase for you, Afra? Because your gear is a little bit out of... That's a lot of damage. That's a big upgrade. Accuracy 4 with a rifle. I am sitting on 7,000 gold, though. And really, as far as I know, there's not a lot of... There's not been a whole lot of... gold, like there's no gold sink I've noticed. So I will actually buy that for her. Do I need to equip it though? Where are you? Okay. Now she automatically equipped it. Good. Let me just sell your weapon then. Because you no longer need it. Oops. That. Alright. I just don't want her to weigh me down if she's not properly kitted. Wenshaveye. That's the healer in Wenshaveye or whatever. There. Wait, what happened to the quest I was following? Okay, so he's just to the... Oh, oops. Just to the north.
Get down and listen. It seems to me that it's our sleuth.
Spy.
Let me go.
Oh no.
I've done nothing wrong.
Speak if you want me to release you. Where is she?
I don't know. I'm thirsty. Give me water.
You will have nothing until you tell me something.
Have mercy. I'm dying.
I don't care. If you die, I will just question another one like you. Talk! Where is the girl?
I recognize this sleuth from the Ordo Luminis. It's Johannes. He's obviously still looking for Alba.
He's questioning this man to find out where she is.
We must intervene quickly, or he'll kill him. Let me talk to him. I think I can convince him to
I'm
let
real
him go.
tired of the Order Luminous.
You're right. Let's go.
Where? Missionary Mother. Wait, what? Oh, he's separate from them. Okay. Oh, he's up here.
Hey, who goes there? Who are you? And what are you doing here? Are you spying on me?
My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the congregation, and I was sent to find a young Naut, Alba.
That dirty little eel slipped through my fingers. But this savage will soon tell me where to find her.
I'll just let Petra speak.
I see you folks at the Ordo Luminis are as subtle as ever. Why politely ask when we can resort to torture, hmm?
Only missionaries believe that these savages would help us without encouragement. But why are you concerned by my methods if you're looking for this young woman too?
I do not like the idea of leaving a trail of blood behind, Johannes. The case that sends us here far exceeds your petty mission. So you'd better leave.
I made a commitment to find this young woman and bring her back to her father. I will not give up so easily. I have been promised a substantial amount of money. And I care about my reputation.
Ha! Your reputation?
Correct.
Your order has already
Finally,
lost
something
the
that
support
references
of the
it.
Cardinal Mother for interfering with the Nauts. And here you are again, involved in their business. You're putting nails in your own coffin, Johannes.
Huh. I didn't see it from that angle. Well, I'm going back to San Mateus. I leave you this savage. Have fun, and happy hunting.
Let's free this poor man.
May the grass be forever soft under your feet, Renaix. I thought I was dead.
We're close.
He would have killed me, even if I had spoken.
You're probably right. Do you think you can answer us? We also have questions to ask you.
You saved me. I owe you answers. But first, I have to go back to my village. I need to heal. Meet me in Wenshaveye later on.
Wenshaveye. Well, the good news is I have 2 reasons to be there as well. Okay, let's go there. I've quick traveled to Wenshaveye, so now I can continue this quest. Hello, native guide.
You are the ones who saved me from Saul Lasser. I am so grateful to you. I owe you so much. But you wanted to ask me questions?
I'm nosy. Let's ask about his business.
Do you offer services as a guide?
Sometimes I take Renaix to a good fishing place. They give me beautiful objects in exchange. But right now we have to be careful. there have been accidents with the Tenlands. Did you want anything else?
What's a Tenlin? Is that a monster? Alright, but what about Alba then?
We're looking for a Naut girl. The same one that the Inquisitor is looking for.
But I promised Alba to say nothing. I would really like to help you, but...
And you risked your own life keeping your promise. But Alba is in a very delicate situation. If we do not find her first, others will track her down. And they will kill her without letting her defend herself.
So she was right to be afraid, that poor girl. She came here saying she was being chased. I led her into the forest nearby to a cave where she could hide.
Oh, probably the gloomy
If you
cave.
have one of your notes, I'll show you where she is.
Thank you.
Did you want anything else?
That was it.
I must go. Goodbye.
Let me see. Gloomy cave? Gloomy cave or gloomy lair, whatever. Camp near the water. I'll do that after talking to the healer. Nope.
Quest!
Wow, that's rude.
Who do you think you are to defoil our ritual? One of those mind shakers.
I wish I brought
no doubt.
Siora.
Aiden, it is your duty to assure we are not interrupted.
1,000 pardons, Tien. It is indeed one of those mind shakers.
A mind shaker? Look at him more closely,
Him.
Aiden. He is an Almanawi. Present yourself and tell me why you interrupt our ceremony.
My name is Desarde. I have come looking for you to ask for your help.
This man with you, he is one of the mind shakers. One who attempts to turn our village.
I am not a mind shaker. A missionary. But I am indeed
I mean, that's what they call you.
And I assure you I have no intention of attempting to convert you.
Really? Those who claim to belong to the light spend their time bothering us, and here you are.
I had no knowledge of their presence here. I am only here to accompany my young friend.
Then, how can I help you?
My cousin suffers from a terrible sickness. The Malikor.
I do not know this sickness. But perhaps we call it by a different name.
It turns the blood black and provokes terrible suffering. And alas, it is fatal in all cases.
The symptoms of its victims start with severe headaches and nausea. Their blood becomes effectively darker and more viscous. The veins become visible. In the end, the victim weakens and dies. We have not, as of yet, found a treatment.
We've never seen the ailing touched by such a sickness. And I doubt I am able to heal your cousin.
So it's
We are looking
not
for
a
a
thing
remedy,
on the
but
mainland.
urgently need to relieve his pain. Could you slow the progression of the sickness? Keep him from suffering?
In that, I can help you. I know how to make one forget the pain, even the most severely wounded.
But Tiern, with all that is happening now, you cannot leave to visit this ill person.
It is true.
I smell a quest.
I cannot leave. I must attend them.
What is going on? Perhaps we can help you.
Truly? You?
Do they have a choice, Aiden? They do really seem to have need of me, don't they?
Well then, tell us what we need to do.
The situation has become unbearable. And it all started when these mind shakers began arriving. They wanted to convert everyone and take them to another place. Turn them away from us. And of course, the village folk would not be persuaded. But the mind shakers remained.
And it was also at that time the Tenlands started to attack. It is not their way
Okay, but
to
you're
do
going to
such.
tell me what a Tenlin is,
There
right?
are many wounded. And recently, men
Okay, so
have
they are
gone
monsters.
missing.
Okay.
We must discover from where these monsters come.
I can try and talk sense into the missionaries. Perhaps with the help of Bishop Petrus. As for the attacks of the creatures, I will see what I can do. But I need more information.
Our master hunter, or the families of the Taken, could most likely help you.
Very well. I'll take care of it. Make preparations to accompany us. The days are burning like very thin candles.
Do not worry. If you see to the concerns of my village, I will be most happy to accompany you.
Let's go and see this Master Hunter. He should be able to tell us more about these attacks.
Well, the hunter's right here. I can talk to the missionaries as well, and then I can go to the cave. Hello.
Good day. Are you the Master Hunter?
Beortir tu madre, Naixe. I am indeed one and the same person. What do you want of me?
Regarding the attacks, let's ask about the Tenlins. What are they?
What can you tell me about the Tenlins?
They are normally very peaceful creatures, very calm, but who defend their young with fury. During the attacks, I noticed that they were not all the same. Not all from the same nest.
What do you mean?
That the other beasts don't come from here, but from other places. And that they are coming more and more often.
Okay. Explain the problem,
The
please.
Donegad Katasach spoke to me about the animal attacks. Could you tell me more?
The Tenlans have been angered. They are very angry. The beasts have always lived here. But they only attack if we tread near their nest. Of late, they attack on sight. There have been many wounded. And some of our young have even disappeared. It may be that the Tenlans killed them, but it is also possible they followed the missionaries.
Let's speak about the victims.
Were there many victims?
Many wounded. Thanks to the healing powers of the Donegad, they survived. But the attacks happen more and more often. And they come with greater fury. I try to chase them away. To destroy any nests that I found. But still, more of them come. And now our children disappear. The stress alone could kill our village.
Can you tell me who they are?
A young fisherman and a gatherer. You will find the sister of the woman and the brother of the man in the village.
I mean,
I will go and see them.
If those are the only two missing, they could have also just run off together. You never know. Why are they so aggressive? I'm sure they don't know why.
Isn't it odd that these creatures who are normally
Something must have
passive
provoked them.
become so aggressive?
Yes. Yes. This has never happened in my lifetime.
What do you know? Speak. Lives are at risk.
I do not speak of things I am not sure of. The Renaigse, like you, do not understand the bond we have with nature.
Okay. How do we defeat the Tenlins?
I believe I can help you in your fight against the Tenlins. How would you advise me to go about it?
You must destroy their nests.
Oh, great.
It's sad, but the only way to stop their numbers growing. There are most likely 3 around here. I can point you in the direction to one that I discovered. I would have taken care of it, but my village cannot spare my presence here. I must keep watch. I did not find the 2 others. Some in the village may know where to find them.
And how would I go about destroying the nests?
You must burn them and kill the dominant one, or else they will build again. We see them especially at dawn. After that, we no longer see them. But be careful, Renaigse. The night belongs to the Tenlans. That is when they are most awake. Going out at night is very dangerous.
I thank you for your advice. We shall go and destroy the nest come dawn.
Okay, I have plenty of those preparations. I'm actually wanting to go out at night because then at least they'll be more, how do I put it, more numerous in theory. And also because if I go out at dawn, I don't know whether or not the time change will organically happen, and then it might be too late for me to destroy the nest. I don't know. There's a lot to talk to him about, apparently. Let's speak about the missionaries.
What do you know about the missionaries?
The Moin Shakers. They came here before the attacks of the Tenlands and buzz around us like flies. They speak of light, of demons, and the soul. Their words make little sense. All that they want is for us to join their village, and that we serve them as if they were Tiern. They want to make us Renaigse. They want to sever our bond with our lands. Their words do not touch those old enough to understand. But the young are sometimes swayed. And listen, they follow them to their Eden village. And they become their servants. Their bond is cut.
Have you tried to fight them?
No. But some have fought. Because they treat
Oh,
the
no.
young girls badly. I think if not for the attacks, no one would have turned to them and their light. But hope fled our village. And the weak of courage have doubts and listen to their lies.
It sounds as if the attacks began at a timely moment for the missionaries.
Let's propose to
Is there
help.
anything that we might be able to do for you?
Besides destroying their nests and fighting the Tenlands, do you know the art of crafting weapons? Our artisan was among the wounded, and my weapon is broken.
I can try to repair it.
Here, in this condition, it is of no use to me at all.
Sure, I'll try that. It's okay, so I'll repair the weapon, and then I'll talk about the
I must be going.
aggressivity
Kadazak
of the
advised
weapon.
us to speak with the families
the
of those missing.
creatures.
Perhaps they might know where the Tenlands have built their nests.
So I just have to go to a camp. But let's talk to the missing villagers' families first, since they're right here. Hello.
Good day. I have been sent here by your Donegad. He asked me to help you.
I hope he is right, and that you are not like the Moin Shakers. My sister has gone missing.
It is for that very reason that I am here. To attempt to find her, or to understand.
Then I will tell you what I know.
Ask for information. Let's just get her description.
Your sister.
Probably
What does
similar
she
to
look
you.
like?
She is a very beautiful young woman. Kind and sweet. I miss her so very much.
Blowing your own horn a little bit?
Does she know she should be wary of the beasts?
Oh yes, she knows it very well. But she has been star-eyed of late. And the stars make you forget all caution.
Moment she disappeared.
How long has she been missing?
2 nights have gone by since. She told me that she was going to gather berries. It was early in the day, but she never returned. I called for her from the edge of the village, in vain, and the Tenlands were roaming.
Do you know where she usually goes picking?
Certainly, in the clearing. We find a great many berries there.
What about the sister's enemies,
Is
if
there
any?
anyone in the village that might want her harmed?
Probably not, though.
No, everyone loves her. Maybe a little too much.
Why do you say that?
She is beautiful and young. The Mind Shakers took notice. And the boys of the village did as well.
What do you think likely happened to her?
She might have been attacked by the Tenlands. But it was early, and they come out mostly at night.
You think it might have been something else?
I hope. Even if it is a strange hope. Perhaps she was taken by the Mind Shakers. They were pestering her the other day. They behaved without respect. A boy intervened and chased them off.
But do you think that they might have captured her outside of the village? That merits inspection.
Ask about
Tell
the
me about
Tenlands.
the Tenlands. About their attacks.
Before, I only very rarely came across the beasts. We knew their nesting grounds and kept clear of them. But now they are everywhere and they attack everyone. They've even been known to come as close as the clearing.
I'm seeing that they're calling this Wenshaveye
in
in the subtitles.
Do you know
but I thought it was Wenshaveye.
No, I am not a fighter. If you want such advice, ask the Master Hunter.
Well, I will go and investigate this clearing. Perhaps they built a nest near there.
It is possible, because before there was never one near there.
Okay, what about the missionaries? This is turning into
Could you tell me anything about the missionaries?
quite the kerfuffle.
They are monosynaig. They think that they can take anything they desire.
What do you mean?
They came to our beautiful village. They wanted to take away our young people. Many heard their words and left. We never saw them again. But I saw how they treated my sister. I believe that they take the young to serve them. They wanted to take my sister like that, as if she were a tool. And if it were not for the young fisherman...
The one who is also missing?
Yes. He was very brave. I hope they didn't hurt her to avenge their pride.
I'm going to have to go and speak with them.
Okay.
I must leave now.
I'm just thinking they ran off together to hide or something. And hopefully not anything else. The other one is around the corner. Okay, guy.
Good day. My name is Desardet from the congregation. I've been told that someone dear to you has disappeared.
Yes, my little brother. He left to go fishing, like every day, and he did not return.
Your Donegad asked me to help you. Any information you can give me would be very useful.
This is true? I hope your words to be heartfelt. My insides are twisting in fear that my brother is lost.
Information? What does your
Can you
brother look
describe
like?
your brother for me?
He is young, rather tall and strong. The girls find him handsome. He is such a nice boy, but he is wild off the tether, and often his curiosity gets him in trouble.
Okay, what about the difference?
Can you
Disappearance
tell me
of your brother?
precisely when he disappeared? Where and under what circumstances?
It was 2 days past.
Yep, same day.
I saw him leave to go fishing, as he was often to do.
And you cannot remember anything out of the ordinary?
No, he was full of joy, full of life.
Well, he's full of joy, she was
I am
starry-eyed.
so worried about him.
So, you get to see where my thoughts are coming from. That would be the best option, if they ran off together.
Did your brother have any enemies?
No, I can't think of anyone who would plant strangleweeds in his garden. Perhaps a youthful rivalry. He didn't get along particularly well with the Master Hunter, but it was nothing serious. Perhaps the missionaries. He did get into a fight with them, but they surely wouldn't have taken him.
That could be a lead. Was he close to anyone?
He has been dreamy and more joyful
Okay,
than
yep.
usual. Those are the signs of someone stricken with love. But he no longer wants to share secrets with me. He told me that he has grown beyond the shadow of his brother. And the birds in his branches are his.
What do you think most likely happened to him?
He could have come face to face with Tenlands. They've become angry of late. But he knew how to avoid them. He might have had a run-in with the Mindshakers as well. He got into a fight with them a while back. Because of a young girl in our village.
You think the missionaries might have sought vengeance?
I don't know. But he might have went to find them in their village. He bears no good feelings towards them.
I will go and see. Maybe they can tell me more.
Alright, let's speak about the other victims.
Did your brother know the girl who also disappeared?
Yes. It is because of that girl that he fought with the Mindshakers.
Could she be the source of his happiness?
Oh, I get to ask about that.
I don't think so. They have been friends since
Oh
they
no.
were little.
Okay, I see, okay.
She is promised to
So she's
another.
betrothed, they're running
Promise
off.
can be broken.
They're running off together.
And be the reason your brother has kept it secret.
Perhaps. But what would
It better be that.
He would not have fled with her. Not without saying farewell.
It better be that. I don't want to see unsavory practices with the missionaries.
What can you tell us about the Tenlands?
They are beasts that live near water, rivers or coasts. In all our memories, only if you approach their nests do they anger and attack. But lately...
Yes. Katazak told me they attacked the villagers. Could you point in the direction of their nest?
I know where to find one, but there are certainly more. My brother should not have left the village alone. But for a while now, he does not share my fears for him.
What about the missionaries then?
Could you tell me about the missionaries?
The Mind Shakers. They came here to take us to a marvelous village. They said it was a perfect place, where all is shining in light, and where there is no danger.
Their words seem to have been to your liking.
A place full of peace is a dream.
Oh god.
Here we must
Don't be an
fight
idiot.
to survive, since the Tenlands have grown angry. And now, their stories of light are difficult to imagine. It seems like a beautiful place, though. But my brother fought with them. They gave trouble to a young girl, one of his friends. He told me that these Mind Shakers were liars, that they were hurting the more innocent young. I don't really know what to think. If they took them, could you tell them to give them back? There is no fair trade for our children.
The story about the fight compels me to at least go and ask them some questions. I must be leaving. It seems that our two missing youths were together here. No need for a seer to see that there must have been something more than friendship between them.
Correct. I got briefly interrupted there, but nothing to worry about. Wenshaveye villager, Wenshaveye hunter. Looks like they must have changed names partway through in development or something. Let me go and craft this weapon for the guy first. I'm pretty sure I can just teleport, or sorry, quick travel. Actually, there's no need. There's one right in front of us. Camp right here. Oh.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle.
These must be the Tenlands then. Is there a... Ouch. Alright, this thing is starting to annoy me. Ouch. Ouch.
Be careful! Your armor is falling apart. Be careful, my child. You need healing.
Honestly, I don't think I've healed in a while. Afra, you're not impressing me. I wasn't expecting to get attacked immediately. I thought you said they were, only active in the evening. And there's no nest around here, but okay, fair enough. Let's repair the guy's weapon. Was I supposed to just talk to him? Yeah, it's not popping up here. What the hell? Let me talk to him again. I must have missed something because it's not letting me actually. Oh, it was here. I thought he physically gave it to me. Craftsmanship, that's fine.
Here is your weapon. It is just like new.
Thank you. You have given it back its purpose. It belonged to my master before me, and you have understood its nature. It may be that you are more on Almanawi than Renaigse, and that you will one day see as we. During my walks, I saw a great Tenlan of clear skin. The others seemed to follow him. I felt that he called them, that he fed them rage, and that his place is not here.
Why didn't you try to kill it?
He would have died. Are you kidding me?
He is very strong, and the others protect him. I was only able to track him to his lair, a cavern. I placed traps all around it, but all were avoided. He is clever.
You say he doesn't have his place here. What do you mean?
That he was brought here to attract the others and make them rage. By men, the Renaigse. But I cannot prove this. That is why I did not wish to voice these thoughts. I feel it, nothing more.
I've already spoken about him,
The
right?
young fisherman told me
Oh,
that
okay.
you do not get along.
We have had arguments from time to time, but they were of no importance.
But that's normal.
This boy is too quick to anger. He does not have the calm of a good hunter of fish.
And you didn't try to rid yourself of him?
Of course not. None of our kind would do such a thing.
Okay.
I must be going.
Let me put on my proper gloves again. So it turns out I didn't need to run around at all. Well, the missing villagers might be right here. I'm going to have to deal with the cave later. I still want to talk to the missionaries as well. But, I mean, this is right down the corner. Why do I need to talk to you again? I already spoke with you. I guess I have to ask whether or not they were in a relationship.
Do you have any news? Do you know where my sister is?
Not yet, but I have not given up the search. Your sister, by chance, was she fond of a young fisherman who also disappeared?
They have known each other since they were little. Like all the children of the village, they have always been friends.
Only friends?
Yes. He defended her when the Mindshakers wanted to take her, but she is promised to another.
The brother of the young fisherman told me that he suspected him to be in love. And there is also the story of a fight.
He defended her because he has heart, and because she is his friend. But she was promised. If the boy had a sweetheart, then it must be another young girl.
You people are blind. Intuition. Ask about the sister's reputation.
I can understand that you would want to protect her reputation, but it is her life that is in danger.
You are right. I know she loved this boy, and that they met each other in secret.
Why did you hide that from me? I am not her suitor.
You are a Renaigse. You do not understand what a promise entails. When two young people give themselves to one another, they weave a bond between them, but also with their village. Breaking it would mean banishment. I didn't want her to have to leave.
That might be what they've already done, to be honest.
That is why they had to meet up in secret. Do you know where they went?
In the clearing. Oh, I hope nothing has happened to them.
I shall go and see if I can find any trace of them.
Alright, let's go.
I must leave now. Why did it take her so much time to accept that her sister was in love with that boy?
As you know, my child, a promise made to someone is just as important on the continent. It is not surprising for a woman to want to protect her sister's reputation.
I
Given
know.
the presence of Tenlans in this clearing, there must be a nest not far from here.
I know they said to only do it at dusk, but I see the nest already. And even though it's not dusk, and ouch. I see the nest, so I guess it doesn't have to be the specific time. Which is fine. Where is Aphra in all this? I'm just not wanting to trigger those ones. Back there. But why is Aphra doing nothing?
The hunter mentioned that they're dominant only
Mentioned with two N's.
Dawn. I would be better to come back later.
Okay, so I do have to be here at a specific time. Oh, I can just rest. That's good. Save me the effort.
Moment. I must kill the
Oh.
before destroying the nest.
Oh, is the dominant the one with the antlers? That's fine.
May the shadow engulf our enemies. May the shadow engulf our enemies. Be careful.
Ouch.
Your armor is falling apart.
Was that it? Bye. I'm not going to attack those. No point. The sunlight basically didn't change at all after waiting for dawn, so I assume we were pretty close to it anyway. Moving forward.
We are near water. In the place the fisherman's brother mentioned. A nest must be close to here.
We found it. Ouch.
Your armor is falling apart.
I'm getting swarmed. This is painful. I can't see through the tree. I'm a bomb. And heal.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Ouch.
Storm. The ideal moment.
Is it just
I
going to
must kill the
spawn in
dominant before
afterwards?
destroying the nest.
Because I can't help but notice there was no antlered one here. There it is. Okay. So they do spawn separately.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Oh, nice. Next. I know I said next, but the missionaries were actually just around the corner, so I'm going to talk to them first. Let's get this out of the way before moving north to clear the last nests, finding the villagers, and then going to the cave. A really nice, convenient route for me to follow.
Good day. I am the legate of the congregation of merchants on this isle. Might I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Our allies from the continent are always welcome among us. What do you want to know?
Ask them about their mission here.
Could you tell me what your mission here is?
We must return these lost souls to the light and guide them so that they might receive the revelation. We have constructed the perfect village, Eden, where they might discover peace. In this protected paradise, they can receive divine teachings and join the illuminated, chosen people.
Debatable. Speak of the Tenlins attacking the village.
Have you heard about the Tenlin attacks on the village?
I didn't know those creatures were given that name, but yes, we have heard talk about the attacks. We offered them our help and some comfort in their most difficult hour.
That's fair.
In exchange for some inspiring conversation, I suppose.
Also true.
Of course. These horrible beasts have most certainly been sent by the demons of this isle. To chase only a few away would be of no use. If they truly desire peace, they must see the light.
You haven't been victim of these attacks.
On occasion, yes. But thanks to the Illuminated, we were able to chase them away with little effort.
Ask about the connection between Tenlands and...
You seem to assert that the attacks of these Tenlands is somehow linked to the demons on the Isle, whereas these are creatures that the natives have always known. They nest beside them.
These are familiar beasts, but hasn't anyone informed you that their patterns have changed? These creatures have been riled up by the demons of the island, who have come to realize we are near victory. Sending them against these poor people, they maintain them in a state of fear and obedience to their shaman healer. There is only one way to truly make these attacks cease, my child. Convert these people. Defeat these demons.
The Doneigad wishes your departure. You disturb the tranquility of their village.
And you expect us to obey him? Haven't you understood that he is a servant of the island's demons? To leave would be to abandon the simplistic souls of all those that follow him, ceding victory to the demons. No, my child. We will not leave this place until the light shines over every dwelling.
Let's just ask her to go.
The Doneigad wishes your departure.
And you expect to leave? No.
I must go. We are going to need to find some leverage if we want to force these missionaries to leave. Perhaps searching through their belongings will give us something we can...
Oh?
One more thing.
Yes?
No.
I must go.
Oh, I have to sneak in from behind. I see. I thought I could just walk past them, but it forces me into a cutscene when I get close. Isn't this good enough right here? No, maybe not. Okay. I'm pretty sure I couldn't climb up again, so I had to go down that ledge. I can pass this now because of my vigor. This is probably the way in. I'm sure there's a back door. Yep. I need your incriminating documents. Thank you. Journal of the Missionary Mother. Our mission is taking much longer than anticipated. These poor savages cling to their childish beliefs and refuse to see the light that could save their souls, and we must show the greatest patience to convince them one by one. Alas, this unexpected reluctance is weighing on the morale of my colleagues, and I surprised one of them as he was forcing himself on one of the... Oh. Oh boy. He seemed full of remorse, and he assured me that he would not do it again, but I am convinced that he is not the only one who sinned, and that it was not the first time such a thing has happened. What fools! Now I must do everything in my power to ensure that their deeds remain secret. If our order or the Mother Cardinal ever learns of them, we will be sent back to the continents or even sentenced. Yeah, I kind of thought this would have been happening, but...
How can these so-called religious men dare to abuse these young people? I thought that the word of the Enlightened was very clear on this subject.
These missionaries are a disgrace to our order. Believe me, I'll make sure they cannot hurt anyone else.
Not happy about that.
One more thing.
But not surprised.
Yes?
I found a document in your belongings. The contents is quite enlightening. Your missionaries have forgotten the divine teachings. Are not all forms of abuse against your religious commitment?
A few missionaries did stray from the path. This is true. But our mission is too vital to let their zealous natures dissuade us. You should have never read that.
Oh, really? I mean, if you guys are not practicing your faith, why are you here to convert them anyway? If you don't do it, why do you expect them to do it? I'm gonna bomb them. Ow, ow, ow. I'm unlocked by the magic. Okay, that was a bit unfortunate. Let's try that again.
Yeah.
You
should.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle.
I'm pretty sure that they would end if I was to basically kill her like a lot of the other times. But I want loot, so... Ow, stop that. Stop that.
Stop! We lay down our weapons. Well, now leave the region and do not return.
We shall not forget the manner in which you have treated us, but you shall not see us here again.
Reputation -1. That's not what I wanted. But I did have to drive them off. I'm still friendly with Teleme though, so I'm okay so far. I really need to boost the Coin Guard, the Bridge Alliance, Congregation. There's still quite a lot to do, I think. Oh, no loot. Well, it's not my fault. They didn't give me a chance to, well, to use my charisma or intuition. They just straight up attacked me. But seeing as my Teleme reputation is still at friendly, I do not see the problem. So we're okay. Nice.
The storm. The ideal moment. I must kill the dominant before destroying the nest.
Thanks for reminding me.
Protect me in this battle.
Because clearly I did not know. I'm just spamming attacks on it. Dead. Alright, we're done here.
The third nest is destroyed. The Master Hunter will no doubt be relieved to hear it.
And now I'm going to find the villagers and then talk to or what's her name? I don't know why, it just escaped me. But I'm going to talk to the missing knot. All I remember about her name is that it stands for white. So. Oh.
A basket full of berries and a trap full of fish. All of it scattered and half eaten by beasts. Our two lost souls were here together. They must have been attacked, or they wouldn't have left their takings. Let's search the area. Maybe we can find their trail.
Where am I searching? Just this area in general. I hope they're okay. That's the other cave. Oh. I mean, there's a okay. There was a lot of running around, but I'm seeing bloodstains, and they're going...
That cavern seems to be home to some creatures.
Straight into the gloomy lair.
Let's be wary. It could very well be the lair of that great Tenland the hunter spoke of.
Most likely.
I think we're here. This is the cave that the tortured
Alba.
survivor told us.
That's what I was looking for. So it looks like there's a few reasons to be down here. I have to search the area for the missing villagers, and Alba's trail, and the big monster might be here as well.
3 corpses.
Oh.
One is older than the others. Judging by his clothing, he was a missionary. 2 others are more recent. A man and a woman. No doubt innocent. They were dragged here and devoured alive.
Are you serious?
What a tragic fate.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
I mean, that sucks. I actually came here much earlier. If anyone remembers, I came by here and found these bodies at one point. Yeah, I found these bodies earlier. I just didn't know what the relevance was. That sucks. And this was also where the big boss is as well. Ouch. That's fine. No, I didn't want to. Okay, well, whatever. Wrong button.
My dear child.
No, I didn't. I didn't actually want to talk to you.
Take.
Alright, let's pick up whatever this is. Message found on the dead body of a missionary. Hilarious! Be especially prudent bringing the large white tenlin inside this cave. It is terribly ferocious and other beasts obey its orders. Our whole plan depends on it, so try not to become another of its victims. But they did bring them here.
That these missionaries used such a ruse to achieve their goals. 2 youths died because of them.
Alas, some of my brothers and sisters are blinded by our mission to convert the natives. Believe me, this is as horrifying to me as it is to you.
That's unfortunate.
Let's return to the village. Their families need to be informed.
Now, Alba, where might you be? You're in here somewhere as well.
This must be Alba's camp.
You loot that, please. What, up here? Up the ladder? I don't think this ladder was here earlier in the game. I could be wrong. I don't remember. Oh no, I was definitely here. So she's here somewhere. Alba.
The poor child.
Oh no.
May the enlightened welcome her. She was killed by these horrible animals.
We should search her body. She may still have Captain Reuben's logbook.
Why did I get -2 for that? What did I do? Why did I get -2 for finding her dead body? Hello? Great. Alba's journal. I was so happy to be part of the knots to finally sail the seas, but then my father decided to start searching for me. My captain told me that my father had arrived on Tier 4D to find me. If he finds me, he'll bring me back to the convent, and I'm certain that this would kill me. How could I bear to be locked away after having known freedom? I was told that a legate of the congregation was looking for me. My father must have asked for their help in finding me. Fortunately, the captain offered to take me to San Mateus, where a boat will soon depart the continent. I can simply go there. Nothing went as expected. I don't understand. There is no ship departing, and I caught a glimpse of my father at the tavern. But I won't let myself be captured. All I have to do is go inland and hide until my dad and the legate give up their pursuit. I've met a native, a guide. He told me about a cave where I should be left in peace. I will wait there, hoping my father eventually gets me.
Going by Alba's diary, Reuben had planned his attack well. He began by putting pressure on her using her father. Then our investigation. It's because of us that she fled New Serene. And because of her father and Johannes that she left San Mateus.
This captain used us and this poor girl to hide his own betrayal.
Well, he will have to report to us now. We should return quickly to New Serene to report to the Admiral.
I'm not surprised. To be fair. There's a few things back in New Serene now, but I should go back and inform the natives of their dead family members. So, be right there. Unfortunately, they're both dead.
Well, Onol Manawi, have you found my brother?
I found him, but I'm truly sorry. Your brother is dead.
Andivushtire. May the earth welcome him. I felt it. How did it come to pass? He knew every stone on our lands. It couldn't have been an accident.
He had a liaison with a young girl from the village. They would meet in a clearing. They must have forgotten the hour. Night took them by surprise.
Are you serious? They just didn't realize the time? Come on.
In the cavern of the beast.
They should know better than that.
Terrible. Why did he go to see the girl in secrecy? They could have... I must recover his body. To give it up to the earth, as is our custom. Where is it?
With the body of the girl he loved. In a cavern near the clearing. But it is a dangerous place. Other Tenlins might still be roaming there. Though I did kill quite a few.
I have a duty owed to my little brother. Thank you, Onol Manawi. I will not forget this.
I must be leaving.
Alright. A bit of a sad ending, but at least it wasn't the worst possible one, I guess. Silver linings, right? Do you have anything new to tell me?
May the beasts answer your calling. The village will...
Okay, so not much. I did kind of skip through the dialogue, but I feel like that wasn't too important. Alright, found your sister.
Do you have any news? Do you know where my sister is?
Yes. I'm truly very sorry.
Oh no. Nah. Ser Tonsidag, please do not tell me that she is dead.
I found her body in the lair of a great...
She's only a little not alive.
Not far from the clearing.
But how could she have been surprised by the beasts? She knew the danger.
She went out to meet the young fisherman. The time must have flown by. Into the night. I am so sorry. We found them both dead.
I must bring her body back. To carry out...
Well, maybe now you can pair up with the brother of the other guy.
I killed as many as I could, but it would be better to be prudent.
I shall follow your counsel.
Okay, so you're gonna stay, but he's gonna go.
2 deaths are enough. Thank you. Thank you.
I must leave now. The nests are destroyed. And with the death of the White Tenlin, the attacks should cease. We were even able to convince the missionaries to leave. Kadazak should be willing to follow us now. Let us go and find him.
I feel like talking to Kadazak now would actually physically take me to Constantine, which, again, I don't really want to progress it that quickly, since I still have quite the laundry list of quests to complete right now. I have a few items here to do. I'm going to try to talk to him anyway, and if it teleports me directly, and maybe triggers, you know, something else to happen, then I will reload. So, let's see, Katanak. Actually, Aiden, do you have anything to say to me first?
I've heard stories of your exploits. Thank you for all you've done. It's unusual for us to be offered aid by a Renaigse. It seems my Tiern was right. You are on Olmenawi. How can I help?
Let's ask about colonial presence.
Tell me about the colonists. When did you meet them for the first time?
Perhaps a dozen cycles ago. I had heard rumors, of course, before that. Some of the eastern clans said that there were men coming from the sea who had made their home on their lands. They said that they built very tall houses and stole their children from them. I thought of it as nothing more than tales one tells by the fire of a night. Then one day, I saw them. They came into our village. They came with soldiers. They wanted to shake our minds, treated us as if we were children, barely able to walk. I was told that they were not the same tribe as those found in the east, different as well from your people, but I see no difference. You are all Renaigse to our lands, and I do not trust any of you.
That's fair. I still find it surprising that all of you speak English, but alright. What about the village?
What can you tell me about your village?
It is Wenshaveye, the village of living waters in our tongue. The wells and the rivers here flow with healing waters. All the island knows this. Our riverbanks are plentiful in plants, and the shores are full of shellfish that are used in healing potions. We are mostly fishermen and gatherers. We hunt little and have no warriors amongst us. Our village is a calm place in normal times, a place of peace. But since the coming of the Mindshakers,
What about Katasak?
Could you tell me more about Katasak?
The Tiern. He is the best healer on the island. A good and wise man. He is very concerned about the sick under his care. He gives them all his time and energy. Our village has always had the greatest healers. And my master is as good as any of the ancestors. I hope to be as good one day.
And finally, the Tenlands.
I would like to hear more about the Tenlands.
I'm in no better place to speak of these creatures. Before I believed I understood them, but today we simply took care to respect the place where they made their nests, so as not to disturb them. For like all of these creatures, they are part of the spirit of the island, a part of the balance. But all of a sudden, one day their numbers grew more and they became angry and aggressive. The balance has been broken, but I do not know how.
We know how, but it's been dealt with. All right, Katasak. Oh,
my dear child.
Oh.
Take.
I can see from your face that you were victorious.
Indeed. I put the White Tenland down, who was enraging his kind, and destroyed their nests. The attacks should no longer be troubling you. I also encouraged the missionaries to leave. They will not return.
I regret that violence was necessary to make them go, but I thank you all the same.
In the end, we found the missing young ones. Alas, too late. Devoured by wild beasts.
Undivorced tier end. You did well on Almanawi. Now they shall be able to find the rest.
Will you accompany me now? My cousin needs your help.
I have packed what is needed. I am ready to journey with you.
Okay, so we are popping right into New Serene. Here's hoping, again, that it doesn't progress anything too quickly or trigger anything that is game ending or something. Or locks me out from other quests. But it is convenient that they're putting me here because I did have at least a few items to come back here for. Oh, he's not doing well. He's really not.
This pain, it'll be the death of me. I can't control my body. It's like being a stranger in a marionette set ablaze. Consumed by a smoldering fire. The moment's growing near, isn't it? Am I about to surrender my ghost to the Reaper of Souls?
I'm kind of worried about this this plague doctor.
In just when you're needed, cousin. As always. Who are you? Your hand is cold as ice.
Your cousin is burning.
That is such a relief.
Let me present Katasak, Constantin. He is the greatest healer on the island. He will help you.
Please, stay.
I am here for you, Rnaise, and I will not leave until I found a way to ease your pain and suffering. Fill your mind with the patience of the ocean. I know not how much time I will need. I've never seen such a sickness.
I'm just glad it's not contagious, apparently.
The spirits of your lands must be quite horrendous to cast down such evils upon the peoples that live there.
Thank you.
What about the other guy I recruited? Where's he?
The mage doctor of Thelema.
Oh, good,
put on
okay.
Quite a show of light. Lovely. But it had no remedial effect. I give you my last ounce of hope. Thank you, cousin. I don't want to imagine my plight without your intervention.
Okay, so now I'm friendly with the congregation. And he's just chilling here now.
Greetings, Katasak.
Bertirtumat, what can I do for you?
Ah, so there's quite a bit to ask him about. What do you think of the Malachor?
Now that you've seen my cousin, what are your thoughts on the Malachor?
It is a terrible disease. I have never seen one like it. It slowly gnaws through the people it afflicts. Their eyes and legs gradually die because of the black blood, and the pain it induces is atrocious. My potions are barely enough to calm your cousin. But if you're asking if I know how to cure it, I have no idea. It's a disease coming from a world that isn't ours, and which I'm not familiar with.
What do you think of New Serene?
Do you like it in New Serene?
No. Your village has smothered the earth.
That's
the
fair.
smell of the woods has gone, and the singing of the birds is filled with anguish. I can barely feel my bond here. But don't worry. I will not leave before doing everything in my power to save your cousin.
Thank you. I really hope no one, like, attacks Katanak while he's here or something. Because he seems to be the leader of the village as well, or at least like a very respected senior individual. Let's ask about Constantine then.
How is my cousin doing?
He's filled with dread as death approaches. Forgive him his mood swings. He's such a young boy, and he had so much desire to live. Thanks to my treatment, he suffers less. But his disease is getting worse, and I don't know what to do. It would take a power far superior to mine to break the grasp of this evil.
Fair.
I must go.
Qua awalam seg.
He seems to be walking around just fine. Okay, so now I'm friendly with Congregation, friendly with Teleme. Only nice with the knots, and I got -2 for finding her body. Still suspicious with Coin Guard and still suspicious with Bridge Alliance. To be fair, I've basically had no interactions with them. I'm almost done with Theora stuff, and Afra's... I'm just starting her quest. Constantine, what do you have to
My
say?
fair cousin! Come closer and...
Constantine.
This sickness is horrible, believe me.
Yep.
Now I understand what your mother went through. But you have not come to hear my complaints. Speak. It will give me something else to ponder.
Allow me to present Afra, an emissary of the Bridge Alliance. She is an eminent naturalist who studies local flora in an effort to find a remedy.
Your Excellency, it is a great honor.
You were part of Governor Buren's lost expedition, if I've understood correctly, were you not?
Yes, and our research would have borne fruit if it hadn't been so brutally interrupted.
I can only imagine. Nevertheless, you are most welcome. Your great learning will certainly prove useful. I implore you, my fair cousin. Do continue. We are eager to hear your news.
I'm assuming the voice acting changed because I could have done this before his affliction got worse, and they didn't record a new version.
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
Oh, he seems full of pep and energy. Okay. I will leave that for last. But I still need to go to Kurganah. I am already here in New Serene, so I can speak to Admiral Cabral. The innkeeper is also here, so I can talk to him well. But I will actually leave that for next time. I hope that you enjoyed what you saw here today, and that you're doing well wherever you are. This, of course, has been Karst, and I hope that you're excited to join me next time. Bye-bye.